my crystal fairies. It's me, Lavender Gray, here with a tarot reading. So today I'm very excited. I'm using a new deck called the Green Witch's Oracle. Here's the book that came with it. And the symbols and the imagery and the meanings are all very cool. And I was playing with this deck last week, and I was like, I have got to use it for a video. So we're going to be doing past, present, future with these cards, and then we are going to look at our tarot with the Cozy Witch Tarot, another deck that I've been really loving. And then to finish it off, we will look at the Faery Whispers deck to give us some advice. If you're new to pick a card reading videos, it's pretty easy. You choose which pile calls to you, could be more than one as well, and then you go down to the description and find the timestamp for the beginning of your reading. So there's 3 readings in the video, and you get to pick which one or ones call to you. You can choose based on the crystal, you can choose based on the number, you can choose on vibe, whatever your intuition is calling for you, whatever pile your eye keeps getting drawn to, that is the one that will probably hold messages for you. So let's get into the selection. The first pile is pile number 1 with this clear quartz. Very beautiful. And then pile number 2 with this moonstone. And pile number 3 with this snowflake obsidian. Okay, if you want some randomization, I do have a D4 here. That's a 4. Let's roll again. That's another 4. And a 2. Okay. So maybe repeating 4s are important for you. 4s are the number of stability, of domesticity. Maybe you're spending a lot of time at home. But if you want some randomization, start with pile number 2. And without further ado, let's get into it. Hi there, pile 1. If you chose this clear quartz, then this reading is for you. Let's put that right there. Beautiful. And let's get into it. For past, we have sow, planning, setting intentions, optimism. For present, we have rain, cleansing, purification, hydration. And for future, we have trunk, stability, loyalty, reliability. Okay, so these 2 cards are very similar with this bloom here, this sapling, and this white blossom here. We have intuition with the brow chakra represented here with the light coming out of it. With the eyes closed, I wonder if there's messages for you in your dreams while you sleep. Some deep messages from your subconscious might be coming out. So in the past, we have you setting intentions, planting whatever it is that you want to sow. I think you might have been really working on your career, on securing the bag, as it were, and really planting seeds to grow abundance for yourself. You might not even realize that you're manifesting things. Like, I think you have a lot of spiritual power, but you might not even realize it. So you might be manifesting things that you're not consciously aware of, and so it might do you some good to maybe sit still and meditate and be like, okay, what is coming up for me? What is it that I want in life? And be able to figure things out from there. We have planning, setting intentions, and optimism. So there's this feeling of excitement of being like, okay, I'm planting seeds, metaphorically speaking, or maybe literally, maybe you have a garden, which is pretty cool. I wish I was a plant person, but to no avail. Anyway, so in the past, we have you manifesting something that is blooming with this lovely flower we have here. It looks like maybe a water lily with the water down below here. So we have you setting intentions and planting whatever it is that you want to get done, and maybe we'll see what it is when we look at the tarot. We have you manifesting miracles. We have you setting intentions, like I said. And maybe you are a witch. I mean, you are watching a tarot reading video, so you probably have a little bit of witchiness to you. And maybe you've been doing rituals or casting spells to bring forth the abundance that you want to see in your life. And we have your wishes coming true with this flower with rain. It does say cleansing, so maybe cleansing your space, cleaning up a little bit might be useful for you right now to declutter your space, declutter your mind. Um, it says hydration here, so make sure you're drinking water. um, but we have this clarity coming through about being like, oh, this is what I want to manifest. This is what it is I want to work toward. And you're discovering, because you might not know really what it is you want out of life. You're just planting seeds for, like, I just want to be happy. I want to feel whole. I want to be healthy. I want to be wealthy. I want abundance. And you might not be planting things specifically. It's just more like a general, like, I want this, I want that type of thing. And then we have specificity coming through with rain here of being like, okay, you want abundance. Here is love for you. Here is work. Here is project. Something that'll help you feel creatively sustained. All right, and in the future, we have stability with trunk, and we have a little owl here. Um, Finding safety and a harbor in this trunk. We also have mushrooms growing up. We also have a pentacle and a little birdie, as well as some leaves. Um, is that it might be a chickadee, a cute little songbird. Um, so we have the pentacle here symbolizing wealth and good fortune and protection as well. The pentacle is representative of the four elements plus quintessence. Some people say the fifth element is gold. Some people say the fifth element is moonlight, depending on whatever you subscribe to. But we have you working towards this abundance. The trunk of the tree is very strong and houses a lot of animals. So you might be working on your home life. Um, uh, you might be working on your home life and creating a space where you can thrive and flourish. Um, Decorating your space as much as you can might be very useful. Creating a sacred space where you can do witchcraft if that's something that calls to you. Somewhere you can meditate, somewhere you can cast spells, somewhere you can sit still and tune into your inner voice. And I think you'll find a lot of wisdom in doing so. Okay, let's get into the tarot. I love this deck. It's by Amanda Lovelace with art by Janena Medeiros. I don't know if I've used it in a video already. I can't remember. But they did an oracle deck that I got several years ago and absolutely loved using. Okay, messy shuffle. But they made an oracle deck that I absolutely loved, and I saw that they had a tarot deck, and I was like, I absolutely have to have this. Okay, so let's get more specific. What are you sowing? What have you been sowing in the past here? What have you been bringing forth into your life? What intentions have you been setting? Six of Pentacles. Okay, every blessing you give will eventually be returned to you. How does that look? Pretty good. Okay, so the Six of Pentacles is about financial abundance. We have the witch finding a coin in the couch cushions, and we have pentacles on the pillow, symbolizing wealth and abundance. So you have been manifesting money for yourself, and you might not be a billionaire, but you'll find that you have enough to sustain yourself and to maybe give back to your community in some ways as well. We also have a kitty cat here, so cats might be an important animal for you. Cats are very smart, very flexible, they're hunters, they're very protective, and they are very particular with who they let touch them. And they're not afraid to get their claws out to set their own boundaries. So You may have been setting boundaries with this so card here, and you may, I'm thinking of coworkers, like you might be setting boundaries with coworkers that maybe were trying to take advantage of you or maybe weren't giving their all to whatever project you've been working on. And you found a way to be like, hey, these are my boundaries. I'm not going to do all the work for you. Maybe that sort of thing. What else? The Ten of Wands. Why make things so much more difficult than they need to be? Okay, yes. So if you are used to doing everything yourself, that is going to come to a head. And something's got to give with the Ten of Wands. We have this witch carrying all these candles when she could have used a box or asked people to help her carry them in herself. Um, so we have this sort of like doing things the hard way, unnecessarily. So give me another card. The Three of Cups. Come together with your coven. Okay. So it seems like you have good friendships, and that might be something that you're manifesting are friends, because maybe the people in your life at the moment aren't really fulfilling that friendship sector of your life. Um, I like that we have the three witch hats hanging from the ceiling. It's really cute. And it looks like they're playing with cards on the table as well. Um, So, setting intentions doesn't have to take a lot of work. Like, you might be somebody that's like, okay, I have to get this crystal, I have to get this herb, I have to get this moon water, I have to put in a bunch of labor in order to succeed. And that might be true. You do have to put in some work in order to see results from your spell work, but you don't have to really hammer things in and make things really hard for yourself because setting intentions could be as easy as sitting still and meditating. Um, or just deep breathing and being like, okay, this is what I want to focus my energy on. And of course, spell work is very useful, but you don't have to like this card, you don't have to carry all 10 candles yourself. You can ask friends to help. You can ask your guides to help as well. You might have guides waiting for you to ask them for help so they can step in and make things easier for you. In the present, we have the Eight of Wands reversed. Light a fire underneath your cauldron and go, go, go. And we have Four of Swords. Why aren't you resting? Okay. So this sort of harkens back to what I was saying is you don't have to work so hard in order to see results. It's okay for your witchcraft to be lighthearted. You don't have to take yourself so seriously, especially if you're new to witchcraft. There's a lot of information out there that can be very overwhelming, where it's saying like you have to do this, you have to do that, when in reality, tuning in to yourself and the energies around you and seeing what it is you actually have to do might be more useful for you. We have the Rest card here, the Four of Swords, and we have a little, what looks to be a little chihuahua or a little pug on her lap with a hot water heater, a little, yeah, a hot water bag, whatever that's called, maybe having cramps from their period. Um, so have periods, if you have them, can be, you might find that you're much more spiritually inclined during that time of the month, but that might not be for everybody. Um, so the Eight of Wands in reverse is actually called the step back and slow down, where you might be rushing around a little bit too much. And just there's a lot of just stopping and breathing in this reading, being like, okay, what is it that I actually have to accomplish? What is it that I actually need to do? And what is all just bells and whistles to make me feel like a more professional or a more accomplished witch? Let's see. We have the Five of Cups in reverse. The spilled tea isn't the end of the world. And the Ace of Wands in reverse. Don't you see how your passion makes you glow? Okay. How does that look? Pretty good. Um, so the Five of Cups in reverse, I'll show you the imagery. I'll show you upright. We have three spilled cups and then two cups still upright. So there's this feeling of loss in one sector of your life, but there's still abundance in another sector of your life. And in reverse, makes me think that you know that already. Like, you know that you still have cups that are upright, metaphorically speaking, but you're still like sad about the cups that have spilled. Give me more about this. The Three of Wands. Put yourself out there and you'll be rewarded one way or another. So a friendship might have fallen through, uh, or might be coming up, because this is the future sector. You might find a friendship falling through here in the next coming weeks or so. The Three of Wands, it's also about looking forward into the future, but the threes always make me think of friend groups. Um, and this witch is holding an acceptance letter to a coven. And we also have a little dog. We have lots of little animals on the board here. So maybe you have a pet or pets, or maybe are thinking about getting a pet, which this might be a very good sign. So some friendships might fall through, but you still have strong relationships with people with those two cups still upright. And then we have the Ace of Wands in reverse, another candle. You are more powerful than you give yourself credit for, and you might really be getting hung up on the specifics of what your spellcraft is supposed to look like or what a witch is supposed to do, when in reality there's as many ways to be a witch as there are witches. And maybe you don't subscribe to the title witch, or maybe you're not really into witchcraft, but if you're you might just be more eclectically spiritual. That's totally okay. But there's this feeling of being like, I have to do this, I have to do that, I have to fit this cookie cutter mold. When in reality, you are meant to find your path. You're meant to forge your own path and do things that are what's best for you and not for others. We have this Ace of Wands in reverse. Give me a clarifier, please. The Seven of Wands. Witches should hold other witches accountable. So, everybody makes mistakes. Everybody has those days. um, and you might find yourself making mistakes and making mistakes in your witchcraft, and that is how you learn and how you grow. I don't want to tell you, be like, oh, do it on your own, but you're gonna fuck up. Um, but that's okay. Watching, um, uh, sorry, um, watching what other witches do is very useful. What am I trying to say? I'm trying to say that you're very powerful and you might not even understand how powerful you are, and you might not grasp the weight that your words carry and how they affect other people. And you might find that if you start lashing out of anger with this Ace of Cups or excuse me, Ace of Wands in reverse, you might find that you burn a lot more than you thought you were able to. And so we have a few Wands cards. We have the Ace, the 7, the 3, the 8, and the 10. So we have a lot of Wands cards. They're the element of fire. So that's passion, ambition, drive, sexuality, and creativity as well. Um, the signs are Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo. So you could have those signs in your chart, but you don't have to. Um, but there's this feeling of power. There's a sort of disconnect from feeling very powerful and rooted, but your mind is sort of scattered and you have a lot of racing thoughts. Um, so there's this need to get grounded because otherwise you might end up hurting yourself or others. So there's this call to pause and cleanse and take deep breaths and find where you are safe and stable. All right, let's clear these. I kind of want to leave these up because they're so pretty. Well, no, I'll clear them. I shall clear them. And let's get our little Faery Whispers box. Okay. I love shuffling these cards. They're such a cool shape. This like long rectangle. Okay, messy shuffle, as always. Let's do one more. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, what do the fairies have to say to us? What messages do we need to hear? The old ways rise. Wear the green, adorn your hair with crowns of flowers, walk barefoot under moonlight. We call you back to the old ways. Feel the ancient earth magic singing in your veins once again. Reawaken the magic. We fairies fade from the sight of those who deny us. Fantasy is in truth the old wisdom. Trust that you can see us and reawaken the magic. Believe and intuitive answers will arise. Fairy glamour. Fairy glamour shifts you from one form to another, truly revealing your essence. Call upon the glamour when you have need of confidence and self-belief, and gaze in awe upon your true self. Should we do one more? Let's do it. Weaving energies. We see your spirit shining through the form of your body. We see the interplay of energies that weave together, making you, you. We help weave these energies to heal and help you. Okay. Oops. Let's see. Do we have any other messages? I wanna, because I feel like the reading was too short, and I want to give you more messages because I feel like I didn't really have, like, an epiphany or, like, the hook to be like, this is what it's about. Give me a couple other messages. What is this power that they have? How can they use this power to best serve themselves and humanity as a whole? The Magician in reverse. Okay, the Master Manifester himself. You have everything you need to do anything you want. Okay. So you have the power to create whatever reality it is you want to create for yourself. And I know that the world is scary and that there are terrible things happening and there's so much out of your control. But what you can control is quite magical. And you can build a good life for yourself. And if you don't trust your own power, then your magic is going to suffer. You have to trust that you have what it takes to achieve the life that you desire. You have your spirit guides on your side. You have loved ones from the other side on your side. You have friends in this life. You have people that look up to you as well. The Magician is pictured with all four elements, that is cups, swords, wands, and pentacles, if you can see them on the tray here. And the Magician is an alchemist to mix these four elements to create gold. That is what they do. Give me another one. Let's have fun. The Three of Swords in reverse. It's okay to cry. Okay, so we saw a bit of friendship falling through with the Five of Cups in reverse, and the Three of Swords. We have some pigeons here as well. So the Three of Swords in reverse is about releasing pain, releasing heartbreak. So you might find that the friendships that are falling through were always meant to fall through, and better friendships will take their place. So that is your reading. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment, or subscribe down below, and I'll see you next time. Bye! Hi there, Pile 2. If you chose this moonstone, then this reading is for you. I spilled some water on the card, and so now it's wrinkled, and I'm like, oh, god fucking damn it. But we're still good. We're doing good. It's okay. It's just cardstock. So maybe you've made a mistake recently that like had consequences that you're like, oh god damn it, oh god damn it. Maybe you've made a couple mistakes recently, and that's okay. All right, in the past, we have harvest, determination, hard work. In the present, we have winter, an ending, recharging, reflection. And in the future, we have pine tree, vitality, longevity, perseverance. Okay. So, you have been working, you have been working towards something big here with this harvest. We have all of this food here. Um, you have been, like I said, like working hard. It says hard work right here, determination. You have been sowing the seeds and taking care of the plants and harvesting the fruits of your labors, and now it's a time to rest and recharge in the winter. And we have a cardinal here, a red bird. Birds usually symbolize freedom with their power of flight and their bird song. Although in this deck there is a bird card and it features a penguin and a kiwi, which are two flightless birds, which I think is kind of cool. Um, but anyway, you have probably reached a goal of some kind, perhaps in your work life sector of your life. Let me take a look at this card. We have just so much food. We have um, I think a cornucopia is what I'm seeing right here. Um, so you've been doing the work, and you know that things aren't just going to be handed to you. Sometimes they are, which is really cool. But like I said, you've just been doing the work. We have, is this a moon? A moon or a circle of some kind. So paying attention to the moon phases might be very useful for you. And in winter, now that you have done all this work, you have put forth the labor and the effort, and you're seeing results of that labor. It is time to celebrate. And hold on. I need more. I need more information. Hold on. Gotta do my little ritual here. Because I want to see what you've been accomplishing. I'll take this. The Nine of Pentacles. Pause and savor the results of your success. Literally. Okay, so you've probably been working on money. Or your home life as well. Maybe you've been building your home or redecorating or something like that. But we have this witch completely relaxed in a beautiful hammock eating a fruit with the Nine Pentacles hanging overhead. So you have secured the bag, dude. You have figured out how to sustain yourself, how to support yourself. And if you haven't figured that out already, you're going to be figuring it out very soon. We have rest and relaxation pictured here. We just like there's fruit here, there's food here, there's maybe actually food might be very important to you. I mean, it's important to everybody because we all have to eat several times a day. But the way you eat and where you get your food might be very intentional. And you might be very intentional about how you eat and what you prepare and everything like that. And connecting to your body is pictured here with the Pentacles card. So paying attention to what you eat, how you exercise, how you sleep, how you cleanse your body, how you take care of your skin and your hair and everything else. You might have been manifesting a routine that works for you, maybe a self-care routine. Let's see what else. We have the Nine of Cups in reverse. Live in a constant state of gratitude. Okay. So this is the wish card, and even in reverse, I take it to be quite positive, and that's 2 9s. So maybe repeating 9s are important for you. I believe that is the number of the divine feminine. Um, and something that I like to say for a spell is by the power of 3 times 3, as does my will, so mote it be. So maybe 3 times 3 is 9, right? Yeah. um, uh, So maybe a little bit of witchcraft is in your practice, in your spirituality, but no pressure. We had a bit about witchcraft in pile 1, so if that drew you, you might want to check it out. But the Nine of Cups is about wish fulfillment, about wanting something and then getting it, which is so special. And be like, I wanted this thing and I worked for it and now I have it. And so this is a call to remember when you wanted something you have now, like a level of self understanding, a level of self awareness, abundance and financial stability, a love, even where something that you used to want you now have, and you can feel grateful for that and celebrate it. Oh, that card came out in pile 1. Let's shuffle again. I just want to make sure it's all randomized properly. Plus, look how satisfying it is to shuffle the cards. So good. Let's give it a couple other ones. And as I shuffle, I want to say thank you so much for being here. And if you enjoy this video, please leave a like, a comment, a subscribe. All of it really helps me, and I really appreciate you. So, let's see what else we got. This winter, in the present moment, what else do we need to know about this period of rest and relaxation? Okay. The Knight of Cups. Romanticize the present moment every chance you get. Oh, so we have the Nine of Cups and the Knight of Cups. So, what I'm seeing here is perhaps you've been trying to manifest love or romance in your life, and the universe is telling you to stop and slow down, and it's not quite the right time yet. This winter, you need to take for yourself and love yourself and grow and recognize your mistakes and where you've done wrong, and give yourself grace to forgive yourself and learn from them and move on. The Knight of Cups is very romantic, is very heart-centered. You can see that this witch has a hand placed over their heart. So you might move from your heart center. Pay attention to how you move and see, does my chest lead me in my movements, or does my head lead me? Does my hips lead me? Or do my hips lead me? Which might be very interesting for you to pay attention to, of like how your body moves. But this winter, everything goes to sleep in winter. The leaves fall, the flowers die, snow blankets everything and is very quiet and peaceful. Winter is very dangerous because of the cold and the snow. So there's this, along with this harvest and this Nine of Pentacles here, there's this level of self-care represented here by winter, about staying warm, both literally and metaphysically. Metaphorically. Maybe metaphysically, I don't know. And then the Nine of Swords, we have 3 out of 4 9s on the board, so repeating 9s are definitely a symbol for you that you can take from here on out to be like a wink from the universe that it's got your back. We all get a bit carried away with our worries sometimes, and we have 3 a.m. on the clock with this witch staying awake with the 9 swords over their bed, representing racing, anxious thoughts. In another deck, the 9 of Swords is depicted with a little imp on your chest, like a little incubus. So there may be some cleansing is in order here. Some protection rituals. So So, just because you're resting doesn't mean you're not being productive. And when you do take periods of self reflection and restoration, you might find yourself worried or anxious that you're not doing enough. Um, um, but in reality, you have been doing enough. You've been doing so much, and now you can celebrate yourself and take a break. Maybe you've been working on a project at work or something, and it's finally done, and now you might feel like you don't have any direction now that it's over. But that's exactly where you're meant to be, is this period of rest, and be like a seed under the earth, germinating, waiting for spring to burst forth. Because the you're not doing nothing by resting. Resting is very productive. And pine tree. We have 6 of Swords in reverse, all aboard which it's time to write a new chapter. And the Hermit in reverse, number 9. Another 9. There are some things that must be done on your own. And the 6 is in reverse, which we can take to be a 9 as well. So if you have any pine trees near you, get to know them. Maybe I don't know if you should hug a pine tree because of all the sap, but getting to know the trees around you might be really useful for you. Um, what we have, like, full moons behind them as well, so a full moon might hold something special for you. But pine trees they stay green in winter with their needles, and they provide warmth and a home to wildlife. And so it's cool that winter and pine tree came up in the same reading. Um, because I mean, if there weren't pine trees, I would go absolutely crazy in winter with no leaves on the trees. Like, I'm so grateful for pine trees that stay green. So there's, even in winter, there's still productivity with this pine tree. There's protection as well. And we have the 6 of Swords here. You, okay, how do I want to say this? Not that you don't feel grateful for what it is you have. You might be a little bit despondent at times with the 6 of Swords in reverse. You might feel like there's better pastures out there for you, um, even though where you are is still pretty good. Um, excuse me. And then we have the Hermit in reverse, a piece of advice of rejoining the world. The Hermit in reverse means you've been spending too much time by yourself, which makes sense because you've been in this period of rest and relaxation and hibernation in a way. Um, in the future here, you are going to have to rejoin the world eventually, even though it's really fun to stay home and meditate and not talk to anybody and journal. We have all these books around them. Maybe you like to read. We have a phone here as well, so maybe disconnecting from screens might be an option. We also have this witch holding a pendulum, so methods of divination might be very useful for you to do yourself if you have a tarot deck or a pendulum, or God forbid a Ouija board. It might be fun for you to work on some divination yourself. I'm not going to recommend a Ouija board to anybody because those things scare the shit out of me, if I'm being honest. Although I know that you can use it for good, and that some people really vibe with it. But anyway, um, let's see. 5 of Pentacles. Nothing is ever as hopeless as it seems. Okay. Any other messages from these cards? I'm being drawn to this 9 of Swords cards. There's this, you're going to have to give yourself a break with this winter card and these swords. You might be so used to going from this work that you've been doing in order to produce a result that is beneficial to you. That now that it's over and you've been like, okay, I've achieved what it is I set out to do, you might have all these worries about being like, well, what do I do next? Am I going to be successful again? Is this all there is? And no, this is not all there is. There's always more life, always more love. I'm thinking of Perestroika, where Prior says, more life, I gift you more life. So doing things that are fun for yourself might be really important here. We have this Knight of Cups. Doing things just for the fun of it without having to worry about work, or manifestations where you're just like, I want to take a walk. I want to have a fun drink. I want to sit still and read. I want to sit still and breathe. Um, we have a safe haven here with this Five of Pentacles. We have a cabin in the snow here. Another portrayal of winter. Um, I'm thinking of Boreas, the north wind, might be important to you. Um, Even though there aren't other people pictured here, I think of this as like a friendship card with this safe haven here. So you might find that hanging out with friends, and especially with the Hermit in reverse, hanging out with friends is going to be vital to you. That might remind you of what life is really about, which is laughing with friends, eating good food, having good sex, exercising and spending time in nature, listening to bird song. Did I mention eating good food? And the purpose of life is really that simple, of being able to enjoy your life every step of the way as much as is possible, of course, because bad shit happens to all of us. Let's see. What else? What other messages do we need to hear today? The Six of Cups. Give yourself the compassion you were never given. So the Six of Cups is a nostalgia card, is a childhood card. We have a little tuxedo cat pictured here, and some seashells and little yellow flowers. So those could be symbols that are, I don't know why I threw it down like that. Messed everything up. Um, So, what you've been working toward is this period of sustainability, of being supported and being taken care of. And now that you have achieved everything you need to support yourself, you're able to now look at your inner child and be like, okay, what was I missing in my childhood? What was something I really wanted but couldn't have? Or what is a wound that is asking to be healed? And now in the winter here, it's time to take a look at that and give yourself the compassion you deserve, and give yourself grace and forgiveness. And even if you had a really good childhood, there might still be some healing left for you to do. Not saying that your childhood was bad or anything like that. There might just be desires, or I don't want to get too blue, but you know what? No, I'm on YouTube. I won't say it. Never mind. Okay, let's clear these cards and get into the Faery Whispers. Now, in pile one, I did the Faery Whispers and then I pulled more tarot cards. So we'll see what happens with this pile. But okay, sorry, I have to do that. It's part of the ritual. Let's see what the fairies have to tell us today about this period of winter and this upcoming pine tree. Alright, what messages do we need to hear today from the fairies? Okay. Fairy friends. The universe is magical, and you are a part of it, just as we fairies are. We are more alike than you know, friend. We are here to show you how to reawaken your magic. Okay, absolute disaster happening over here. Okay. Fairy gratitude. You make so many people happy, and you make we fairies happy too. We see all your acts of kindness, and everyone has made a difference. You have made the world better. Oh, that's really nice. Your fairy name. Would you like to know your fairy name? Sit with a tree, a flower, a waterfall, and ask. It will be whispered on the breeze, as light as butterfly wings. Insight shall follow. And maybe you ask a pine tree specifically for your fairy name. Ring the bell. We adore chimes and bells. We have so many in fairyland. If you wish to call us in, just ring a bell 3 times. We will hear and fly to your side with an answer. Okay, I think I'm going to leave the reading there. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment, or subscribe down below, and I'll see you next time. Bye! Hi there, Pile 3. If you chose this snowflake obsidian, then this reading is for you. So, let's get right into it. In the past, we have basil, prosperity, luck, love. In the present, we have lavender, tranquility, kindness, self-care. And in the future, we have tend, maintenance, encouragement, guidance. Okay, so in the past, we have this period of good luck and good fortune surrounding you. The Fae might be around you as well. You might have some fairy spirit guides that you might want to tune into. Of course, do your grounding and protection rituals first, as with any sort of spirit guide. We have ladybugs pictured here, which eat aphids and other pests, I think. Maybe it's just aphids, I don't know. But we have ladybugs here representing a sort of cleansing and good luck. I think seeing ladybugs are lucky. I don't know if that's like an actual thing that other people subscribe to, but I think ladybugs are kind of lucky. So we have this period of prosperity in the past here. Excuse me. And just good fortune happening for you. So just a lot of abundance and getting shit done as well. I think whatever work you do, you're very good at it, and you might be in a leadership position as well. And present, we have lavender. Haha, that's my name. We have lots of little crystals. We have what looks to be selenite or clear quartz. We have a blue crystal. We have a purple crystal. And we have a pink little heart here. And we have a heart for the lavender flowers as well. So love might be represented here. I think this time of prosperity, you might have been single and just really enjoying being single. And just maybe you've been dating, or maybe you're like completely single and you're like, I don't want to deal with romance, which is totally fine. But we do have some love pictured here. And there's like a little bow tied. This little thing, it looks sort of like an hourglass on its side, might be a bow. Maybe a butterfly, I don't know. But maybe if it is a bow knot magic, like Knot, tying knots magic would be useful for you. Lavender helps you sleep, right? It's very calming, very soothing. So you might want to take a look at your sleep schedule, your sleep routine, your bedtime ritual. Maybe using lavender essential oil to help you fall asleep might be useful for you. Lavender is also very cleansing. The word lavender means to wash. It comes from a Latin root word meaning to wash, because the Romans used lavender in their laundry. So there's this energy of cleansing, of caretaking, of purifying your space. And so maybe cleansing your space might be really useful. Maybe using lavender plant, or if you're allergic to flowers like me, maybe lavender syrup or lavender flavoring. That's what I do. I got myself a bottle of lavender syrup, and it was like one of the best purchases I've ever made. So I recommend it. But let's see, in the future we have tend, maintenance, encouragement, and guidance. And we have little saplings growing here, and we have, it looks like smoke that you're breathing in. The element of air is represented here. That's Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra. You can have those signs in your chart, but you don't have to. Just take it as extra confirmation if you do. But there's a lot of intention here. We have these tools that we're using to take care of the sapling, take care of the earth. And so I think you've built yourself a really good routine. I think you've built yourself a really good life, and now it's just maintaining it with this tend. Um, I think if you want to try new projects, if you want to try new things, you're coming from a very grounded place and a very special place as well. I think you're just in this really special time of your life where you don't really know exactly where you're going, maybe, but you know that you're going to enjoy the journey as you get there. Let us get into the tarot here. Whoop, fuck. Okay, we'll take this one. Or these two. Why am I so bad at shuffling cards? Please help me. Thank you. Christ. Okay, what do we got? We've got the Queen of Swords. Don't you dare lower your voice for anyone. And a Justice in reverse, number 11. Stick to your truth and everything will turn out just fine. Okay, so be very careful when it comes to the law, because Justice in reverse means that maybe it will not work out for you. So be very careful of that. If you are in the legal system, like you're in a court case or something like that, I would say buckle in because I don't think it's going to be a very easy win. Give me another card for justice. I pulled the Six of Cups in the last group. Let me shuffle a little bit more. Maybe it'll come out again. We don't know. Sometimes I do that. I like reshuffle a card, but then it just comes out again. So I'm like, okay, fine, I'll take it. Okay. Give me a clarifier of what this Justice card means, please. The Page of Cups in reverse. Let yourself be continually surprised by this thing called life. So that makes me think you're in a legal battle with an ex. That might not resonate with all of you, but it might resonate with some of you, where there's this element of love and heartbreak happening with this, whatever this justice represents to you. We have the Queen of Swords here. Don't you dare lower your voice for anybody. You're very smart. You are very eloquent. You know what words to say when. And is this a frog? There's a little frog on their lap. Isn't that cute? Okay. Frogs. Are they symbols of good luck? If you kiss one, it might turn into a prince. Maybe. Frogs are really cool animals. But we also have like a little tea party here. Some cookies. The sign says book club. So reading and the written word might be very important to you as well with this Queen of Swords. And you might have to read the fine print on something with this Justice card. All right, what can you tell us about the present in lavender? The Five of Cups. This came out in another group too. Let's see. Spilled tea isn't the end of the world. And Seven of Pentacles. Nurture what you have and see how it grows and grows. So we have another plant. I guess this is the Green Witch's Oracle, but we have two plants and then tend and then some more plants with the Seven of Pentacles. So maybe you're a plant parent. Maybe you're looking into gardening. If you are, give me some tips because I would love to be someone who gardens or keeps plants, but it's just not something that I do at the moment. Maybe I'll get into it. Maybe you'll get into it, and then we can share stories together. But the Seven of Pentacles is about waiting, about patience, about working hard, and promotions might be pictured here as well. I think you are just fine, pile number 3. I think maybe you've dealt with some heartbreak in the past, but now you've healed from it and are moving on, and you are working on projects that bring you joy. The Nine of Pentacles, pause and savor the results of your success. This came out in another pile too. And so did this one. Hold on. Let's try again. I don't know. When I see repeating cards like that, I'm like, I didn't shuffle it good enough. Tend. What do we need to know about this Tend card? Eight of Swords. Stop overthinking it and just do it. And the Five of Wands. A good coven lets every witch have a say. Okay. How do we look? We look pretty good. So if there's something that you've been wanting to begin, now is the time to do it. Take this as your sign that it's time to get going. The Eight of Swords is often pictured by someone who's blindfolded, surrounded by eight swords, and so there's this feeling of not knowing where you are or what to do, and so it's up to you to take the blindfold off your own eyes and see the swords for what they are and delicately move your way out from inside them. We have more teacups pictured here. We have teacups over here. So tea, maybe potions might be very useful for you. Maybe brewing tea can be a ritual for you. I don't know if you're witchy. You are watching a tarot reading, which means you probably have some witchy tendencies. We have this Five of Wands here with five witches all talking over each other. And we have little kitty paws underneath the door. The book says the cat doesn't know how they can hear each other with how loud everyone is talking over each other. So you might have a lot of voices in your life telling you to do different things, and the only voice that matters really is yourself. Of course, you can take other people's input into consideration, but at the end of the day, it is your life. And you are free to do with it as you please. You are free to tend your life as beautifully and seamlessly and sensually and all other sorts of things as you want to do with your life. I think you might be starting something new here with tend and these little saplings. You might Okay, so we have this really good foundation of basil, we have the cleansing of lavender, and we have tend here saying that we have a solid foundation that we can now build from, that we can plant from, and nurture and care for new ideas and new ways of doing things, new viewpoints, new habits and rituals. Okay, I'm going to clear these cards. Alright, do I want more tarot cards? I think I want more tarot cards before I move on to the Faery Whispers. My readings are always so chaotic. I like have a plan and then I like go off it completely. That's okay though. Alright, can you give us more information? Please, universe, can you give us more information about what's going on here? Judgment, number 20. All the signs say that you're exactly where you're supposed to be. Perfect. Judgment is the penultimate card in the Major Arcana series, number 20 out of 21. There's technically 22 cards because the Fool is numbered 0, but it is the second to last card, and so it is when you've climbed the mountain, you can turn around and see the path you've taken, see your mistakes and failures, see your wins and successes, and see how you've done, really. And so we had that basil come out with that really solid foundation of good luck and good fortune and good food and good sex and good exercise and good sleep, just everything aligning itself for you. And you can really, and we have a little cat here, and she's holding a feather. Yes, she's holding a feather. So cats and white feathers might be important symbols for you. We have a moon and a star as well. But yeah, now is the time to celebrate yourself and how far you've come. The Knight of Wands. Sometimes you have to be willing to bend the rules a little. The Magician in reverse. This came out in another pile too. You have everything you need to do anything you want. And it came out reversed as well. I think that was pile 1. So if you wanted to check out another pile, you could check out pile 1. Okay, so you are able to take care of yourself. You are able to provide for yourself. We saw with basil as well. you're able to manifest what it is you want, and you might not even realize that you're manifesting. You might just be putting time and energy into the things you want, and then you get your rewards from it. And so, if you add a layer of intention and perhaps ritual into what it is that you want, and how you go about it, you might find that you get even better results. And the Seven of Wands, witches should hold other witches accountable. Okay, so, like I said with this judgment card, you probably have made mistakes along the way, and now might be the time to make amends, probably with yourself, maybe a burning bowl ritual, writing down everything you want to let go of, and then burning the paper in a safe, fire safe way. Um, if this isn't you, then you might want to give the other person grace and forgiveness. You don't have to let them back into your life, but it is important for you to forgive and move on your own terms. So, let us move on to the Faery Whispers. Okay. Sorry, I have to tap on this box. It's just so ASMR. And while I shuffle, I just want to say thank you so much for watching, for being here. Let me know if any of these messages have resonated with you. I'd love to hear about it. Blow up my comments with emojis, whatever your favorite emojis are. I really like the bubbles emoji, or the soap emoji too. I think it's cute. Okay. And the butterfly emoji, it's my favorite. And the strawberry. Anyway, what do the fairies have to tell us? Okay. Wildflower. We have seen you wonder at why others seem to be more fortunate. Who knows their story? When we gaze at you, we see so much shining glory. You are one of a kind, wildflower. Fairy gratitude. You make so many people happy, and you make we fairies happy too. We see all your acts of kindness, and everyone has made a difference. You have made the world better. Fairy healing. We bring healing to those who respect the land and its wisdom. Delight in the blessings of the earth, and we will tend to you with reverence. The answer lies in the love of the earth. And fairy visions. Have you seen sparkles at the very edge of your human sight? That is we fairies, dear friend. Next time make a wish, and we will come closer to help grant your desire. Okay, that is where I shall leave your reading, pile number 3. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment, or subscribe down below, and I'll see you next time. Bye!